Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be operating Xhorse Key in this Range Rover Evoque on a 2016 system. We're going to be using the Key Tool Plus, the solderless adapter and the DB15 cable to extract the data from the KVM module. This is a nice simple process, no soldering involved at all. We're going to be using our solderless adapter to cradle onto the KVM and read the information. So let's get straight into it. We're going to be using the XM38 key from Xhorse, so before we can program it to the car we need to prepare it first. We're going to be using the Key Tool Plus to generate this, and we've already got a battery installed inside the remote. This will fail if you don't have a battery installed. We're going to stick this into the Key Tool Plus. We're going to go to Remote Program. We're going to scroll down to Land Rover section, and then we're going to select Land Rover, and then we're going to go to All Remotes. Here is where we're going to select our desired remote. As we are in the UK, we operate on a 433 frequency. So this is the remote that we want to generate on a 433 frequency. So we're just going to hit generate. That's going to send the data to the remote. It can take up to a couple of minutes to do so. Once it's done, we can continue with the next steps. Cool, so the remote now has been generated. This is now being created to a Land Rover remote, so this is now compatible. As we're doing lost keys, we do need to remove the KVM module from the vehicle. So let's head to the back of the car and we'll expose the module. So we're going to open the boot up. If you are doing lost keys, the alarm would be screaming and the vehicle would be fully locked. So you'd have to climb through the driver's door into the back. We've made it a little bit quicker today just for the demonstration of the video. KVM on this Evoque is located on the left-hand side of the boot. The module is kept behind a metal bracket with all of the fuses, and then we can remove the cables. Beautiful. So this is what a KVM module looks like. Now let's take it onto the bench and then we can start to read the data. So once we have the module on the bench, we're just going to pry these plastic tabs open so we can expose the module, just like so. This is what a module looks like. As I said at the start of the video, there is going to be no soldering involved. Xhorse have created this beautiful adapter that allows us to read all of the information without having to touch a soldering iron or remove any components. As you'll see, it just looks similar to this. This is going to cradle over the KVM module, just like so. And then this is how we're going to extract the data. So on our app, if we just open up AlterAcademy app, we are going to go to the search function. This is where you can put in a registration or a VIN number for the vehicle that you're working on. So we're going to enter the VIN number for the vehicle that we are operating today. And then this is going to search the database and bring up all of the relevant courses we have for this vehicle. As you'll see, there is a list that does share the same sort of coverage. Once we've found our relevant course, this shows us all the information and the videos you need to create a key. We're going to scroll down. I'm going to go open up the course. This is going to open up all of the details that we need. So once we are in the system, this shows us all of the course overview, system, blade, profile, etc. We have list covered, and then this breaks it down into remote and programming steps for lost and spare keys. Scroll down to the bottom here, we have our photos. This shows us the area that we are connecting to, and then it shows us also the remote that we have generated, and then the setup. You're going to need a setup looking similar to this. So we're going to go to the top where the modules are, and here we have broken down all of the courses via video. We show you step 1, preparing the remote, and then if we go to reading the KVM on the bench, we're just going to follow along this video and do it step by step how we show you on the video. So to start the process off, let's get the adapter connected onto the KVM module. Now we know where we're connecting it. So let's go back to our photos, and then we're going to click on the adapter photo. So make sure that you eye this up and line this up as nice as possible. You can also use the Key Tool Plus to show the reference. So to do this, we're going to go to the prog menu, then IMO. We're going to scroll down till we find Land Rover. On top of the MCU, there is a mask that we must identify. It's going to be quite hard to see, but there will be a number on the top of the chip and it will say 384 or 256. I'm going to use a torch just to help me highlight the number. So we are looking for the top line of data, and this says that this is a 384 MCU. So then we can come to the Key Tool Plus, make sure we highlight 384, and then we're going to select adapter. So we can come onto the photo. This shows us the direction of how we want to put the adapter. And if we go to the next screen, we can zoom in, and then this shows us our connection points. So let's connect our adapter, making sure that we use the same diagram and our points are all dialed in and we are in the right location. So once you have a connection, I'm going to pick this up, I'm going to clamp it down into place, and I'm going to use these little PCB locks. They have arrows on them, so we can put these on our lock locations. So that is one side, and I'm going to switch hands and then just put the second lock on. Beautiful. Okay, so you want to be on like so, connected up to the circuit board. So the next step is to connect up our DB15 cable to the Key Tool Plus, and then we're going to connect our adapter to our DB15 cable. Just making sure that you do this nice and gently, as you don't want to knock any legs off on the circuit board. So you can either follow the video that we have set out or just follow this step-by-step guide that we have on the Academy app. The first thing you need to do is unlock the MCU, as the MCU is locked. So we're going to press OK, press start, press continue, and as you'll see, okay, we have one connection or two connections that don't have a good touch. So I'm going to disconnect from the adapter, then I'm just going to reposition this back down, making sure all my legs are in position. Let's transfer my fingers over and let's do the other side. Okay, cool, I'm happy with that. Let's connect back up to the Key Tool Plus. Okay, we still have a leg that isn't connected, so it does tell you exactly what leg we have not allocated. So it is ground C. Okay, I can see the issue. Let's just deattach, push our leg into position. Beautiful, and then reattach. Okay, so now when I read this, we should have a perfect connection and it should read first time now. Beautiful. So as you can see, this now says it is unlocked. So we have a good connection on the KVM. We can now proceed to the next steps. We're going to go back, then we're going to go to read and then read the D-Flash. We must extract the data from the KVM, and the data is what we're going to use to prepare a new key. So we're going to press OK to save. We're going to go back one more time and go read EEPROM. Now we're going to select EEE, which is the EEPROM. We're going to go to start, then to continue, and then this is going to read the EEPROM. Perfect. We can now press OK to save. Now we have all of the information we need to make a key. We now need to transfer our files onto the key making section on the Key Tool Plus so we can allocate a key slot to our new key. So we're going to put our new key into the slot, and then we're going to go to the home page. So right now we are on this step, Immo Data Tool, Land Rover, Jaguar. So we're going to go now to the Immo Data Tool section. We're going to scroll down to Land Rover, and then we're going to select Rover 15 onwards. Select the one mask, then go to start. And this tells us to load the RFA D-Flash. So we press OK. And then we're going to go back again into Pad Prog. We're going to select today's date, which is the 21st of the 5th. And we're going to scroll to the top. So we're going to load in our D-Flash. I'm going to open it up. Now we're going to load in our EEPROM. Load in our EEPROM, open, and then select no. Here is where we're going to make a dealer key. So we're going to go make dealer key. We're going to select key 5. So we're going to write over an existing key slot to the vehicle already. Here is where we go make dealer key. And this is going to basically take our key ID from our key, and it's going to give us some files that we need to write back to the RFA. And this is what's going to restore the data so our new key works. So we're just going to save, press OK, and then save again, press OK again. Beautiful. So now we're going to go to the home page, go back to Prog, then we're going to go Immo, scroll down to Land Rover, and then we're going to select the same mask that we selected earlier. So this is a 384. Then we're going to go to Adapter. Then instead of reading this time, we're going to go to Write. Here is where we're going to write the modified D-Flash back with our existing key ID. Click OK. Then we're going to go into Pad Prog, today's date, scroll to the top, and this is where we're going to load our D-Flash in. You know it's our new D-Flash because it will have our key ID within the same file name. So let's open this up, press OK, press continue, and this is going to write this new bit of data back to the KVM. Okay, so the D-Flash is now written. Let's go back once. We're going to go to write E-Flash, and OK, OK again, locate the EEPROM again. So we're going to use the top one with key slot 5 inside. Press open and then OK. So now this is just going to write our final file back to the KVM. We can now disconnect from DB15 cable. Let's disconnect our locking arms for the PCB, just like so. Make sure you be very gentle with this, as these are spring loaded and they can break easily. So this is our KVM and this is our key. Let's put this back inside the casing as you found it. Beautiful. So here we have one new key coded to one KVM. Let's stick this back in the vehicle and let's test the operation. So just reverse the steps, put the KVM module back into its location. Some vehicles the KVM module is hidden, and some vehicles it is nice and easy to access. So that is my first cable clipped in. Let's put my second cable in. Beautiful. So straight away, before I do anything, I'm going to test the central lock-in on a new key. Beautiful. As you'll see, the central lock-in is activated. Beautiful. Let's jump in the vehicle and test the starting operation. All right, let's jump in. We're going to press the start button once. You can see that the dashboard turns on, and if I put my foot on the brake, press the start-stop button, yeah, you'll see that the vehicle starts. This does seem like a daunting job if you've never done it before. This is why we've crafted our AlterAcademy app. As you'll see from our online app, we have broken down the jobs into detail, step-by-step tutorials with imagery and video references, so you can follow our videos next time you come across a job that you are struggling with. I hope you found this useful. I'm Tyler from AlterAcademy, and I hope to see you again on the next video.